I mean, the company you're about to mention, they're not on the main floor, but they're in one of the law enforcement military showrooms, and they take up almost an entire wall of that showroom.
Yep.
And those aren't, like, it may not be the main floor, but they're big showrooms.
Yep. So Daniel Defense, like just eating good off the Mark 18 thing, and also the school shooter defense contract. So actually, sorry. What would you call it?
School shooter development program?
Yeah. Hey, do you hate your classmates? We'll ship one of these out to you.
You're listening to the Art and More podcast with your hosts, Nathan and B.R. Nathan is a Canadian illustrator with a couple years of military experience, and B.R. is a British anarchist that moved to the States. Both are passionate shooters and community builders. Together, they run the Seaburn art page. Enjoy the show.
We'll just be sitting here watching Outdoor Boys until, like, midnight.
Easy. Super easy.
And there's the cold open. All right. Is it a cold open if you address it?
I don't know.
Fuck. All right. Anyway, guys, I'm Bia. You're listening to the Art and More podcast, and today I am joined by my good mate, Phil, the camera guy, and fellow team member at Art and War.
Hello.
So, we wanted to do a little debrief on goals. Debrief sounds like some fucking CEO nerd shit. But, basically, goals, if you hadn't seen anything about it, it is a big event that GOA, Gun Owners of America, puts on now on the East Coast. So it's kind of like an East Coast SHOT Show. Smaller, less cocaine.
Much more personable, much
and accessible.
Much more accessible because it's open to the public. The entry fee is literally just a GOA membership, so that's A, accessible to anybody because anyone can get a membership, and B, wildly cheaper because a membership is $25 a month. So you could just pay for the month.
Is it $25 a month, or is it $25 just to become a member?
You know what? I could be wrong about that. It could just be $25.
I think it might just be 25, but I don't know. It's one of those, which either way, good deal. I'm pretty sure it's once.
How much was it when we paid for media passes at SHOT? It was 100 something.
Yep, it was
100, wasn't it?
Yep, 100.
I think it was 125.
Yes, it was somewhere in that region.
So
100 to 125.
If you're on the East Coast and you just come out for like a day and you just day trip it, that's $100 less than going to SHOT Show just in entry fees, and you don't have to work for a company.
Yeah. You can't just sign up for SHOT Show. You got to be like basically credentialed media. We actually got our passes not by being media, because we're not in that like kind of circle to get that quite yet.
We're not big media.
No, we are small media who talk shit about SHOT Show quite a bit. But we got in basically via a friendly company of ours, both times that we've been so far. And Nathan, when he was going before we were going, was also being sponsored by people. So really cool that basically anyone can sign up and get that trade show experience. Now, you'll hear a lot of people who've done the SHOT Show thing, like they're fatigued after like 2 or 3 years. We've talked about it plenty on here. Like you do it and you're like, wow, this is a lot. Goals, honestly, it's such a pleasant experience, and I think a lot of it is due to the location. Like Vegas is just a journey, and it's cool like the first time you ever go there. And then, usually by the end of that trip, you're like, yeah, Vegas is gross. And knowing that we have to go back, like, basically every year, makes me a little sad.
I've probably been to Vegas 40, 50 times in my life, and I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate that city so much. There's a lot of really cool stuff, like, just outside of Vegas.
Yeah.
And if you go for specific things, like I used to go for Supercross Nationals, which is awesome. The racetracks in Vegas are awesome. If you want to do hiking, there's fucking awesome hiking just outside of Vegas. If you're going for, I don't know why you would pick Vegas for skiing, but they have Mount Snow, so they have skiing. So there's a lot of really cool stuff in Vegas. But if you just go and stay in the city of Vegas, it is such a pit full of crime and sin.
It's just sad.
And, like, I'm not even a religious person, but, like, just being around that much just fucking lust and greed all the time is such a damper on your brain.
Yeah, shout out Dianexus for living in that filth and somehow being, like, a cool dude.
Yeah, actually still quite cool. Yeah.
That stuff is corrupting. But, anyway, we're not here to talk about SHOT Show. Like, goals being in, like, small town Knoxville. Next year it's going to be in Iowa? I don't know where in Iowa.
Is it really?
It is.
Oh, that sucks.
I know. I don't want to go to Iowa. Sorry, Iowa boys. But the last 2 years, like its first year it was in Knoxville, its second year it was in Knoxville, and they're changing it up next year. But it was really cool to have the small town vibe. Like our friends from all over the place are coming here, and you know, whether they're vendors or media people or GOA people, like Ben Sanderson. We got to see a bunch of our friends in a place that is a lot less hectic. It's a lot more chill after hours and even during the show. Like, it's just a generally better vibe. People are happier. I think Vegas just puts, like, a lot of weight on you. Like,
yeah.
It's just, like, to get to the show, like, traveling in is stressful. Being at the show is stressful. And there's just a heave of people. Not to say, like, Goals, I think last year it had something like 40,000 people.
It doesn't help with Vegas that it's a non-stop city.
Yeah.
Like, the downtown Vegas is going 24/7.
Yeah.
So, like...
There's never a good time to be there.
It's also really easy to get trapped into being at a bar until 3, 4 in the morning. Whereas, like, everything in Knoxville closes by 2 at the latest.
Yeah.
So if you're still with, like, potential clients or, like, media people at 2 in the morning, they kick you the fuck out, and it's like, well, all right, if you want to party, you got to go back to your hotel room.
Yep.
In Vegas, you can go hit the casino.
Yep.
And stay out till, like, 6 in the morning, get, like, a nap, and then you're back on the show floor.
Yep. Oh, Lord. Yeah. I think Goals would be interesting with, like, some polite, like, after parties that, maybe stopped at 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Maybe those were going on and we just, like, we really didn't talk much about being at this show.
To be honest, Goals is also a different vibe. Like you
Yes.
said, it's not cocaine-y. It's not strip clubs.
No, you feel like, with love, like, the worst parts of the industry. Everyone's at SHOT Show,
Yeah.
obviously, but, like, the
Yeah.
worst parts of the industry. There's a lot of people that are, like, showy and impersonable and, like, full of themselves and honestly, like, party, like,
Right.
pricks
You
that
don't-
not our vibe.
You don't get the people who are just there to be seen.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of media types at SHOT Show that are just there to be seen and to rub shoulders with other people in the industry.
Yep.
Goals, because it's not Vegas, because it doesn't have that reputation, and because for now at least it's a lot smaller, those types don't show up as much. You still have some media people that are, like, pretty famous on YouTube and whatnot that are there, and they're like, they do guest speaking and they show up at some of the booths, but yeah, you don't have, like, the Black Rifle level type
Yeah,
people.
just hordes of, like,
Yeah.
influencer after influencer, like, please give me free stuff. You still see it. And honestly, it's the funny flip side of that is you get people with, like, 23 subscribers going up to, like, companies being like, hey, can I get some free stuff? And, is what it is. That's the industry. But, no, much better vibe overall. So there's, like, a couple things. We just want to, like, give it some love because obviously we love Ben Sanderson. We like a lot of what GOA is doing. So I honestly kind of hope this continues to grow and maintains its kind of vibe because, one, it's cool, even though, like, we're West Coast boys and, like, love the Southwest and all that. Maybe not Coast. We're Southwest boys and like that part of the country. But now that we're out on the East, it's nice to see, like, a similar level of thing going on out here that kind of brings people together from all over.
It was so nice to go home after the show.
Oh, dude.
Not go to some Airbnb in a cracked in.
Yeah, and know that we have some fucked up flight home to
Yeah.
get on.
Yeah.
So, wanted to shout out quite a few people that we hung out with. So, just to break down kind of what the experience was, we had a nice little meet and greet with some of our boys in the Discord and an old friend of mine, Spirit of Resistance, for anyone who remembers him from doing his merch back in the day during COVID. Super cool dude who's now out east as well, fellow Arizona boy. But just to kind of run through who we talked to, Irregular Design Group, who you'd actually already been introduced to going up to one of their events in Ohio.
Yeah, so they help run they help sponsor the a few of the skirmish shoots up in Ohio, which is kind of like the entry level competition for tactical 2-gun. So if you want to do more shooting style competitions that are 2-gun and also more physical,
Plate carriers and stuff.
you have to run plate carriers, minimum 15 pounds. You are gonna like drag sleds with weight on them. You're gonna like jump over stuff, crawl under things, and shoot. It's super sick. It's not so tac 2-gun tac 2-gun / the tactical games is becoming much more CrossFit focused. Tac 2-gun / the skirmishes are more shooting focused. So if you don't want to run your heart rate up to 160 BPM right before you shoot, but you do want to get more of a physical workout while shooting, they're badass. And Irregular Defense sponsors some up in Ohio because they're based up in Ohio. So I've met Sean before and shot a little promo for him up there. Sean's awesome. Irregular Defense or Design Group, not Irregular Defense. Same overall company, but Design Group is doing the suppressors. And
is it also doing that camo?
The
have you not seen that? Let me go grab the sticker real quick. I'll be like 3 seconds. Keep on telling.
So, Irregular Design and Irregular Defense, these are brands under Slade. So this is technically like Slade's suppressor. So when you see Slade talking about his can, this is that company. But Sean does the designing and they're doing the manufacturing up in Ohio. Super cool people. Yeah, I mean, I guess I think they designed that camo. I don't think they're using it on anything.
Slade was talking about I guess starting to work with this and like making it's like a multicam, like a new multicam kind of tone camo that I guess I think he was mentioning getting some laminate made with that.
Sick. Okay. I didn't know about that. But yeah, check out Irregular Design Group's cans. They do a lot of things, especially with their mount, that makes sense. Like the shape of the brake / flash hider is I think a 1/4-inch socket. So if you need to get it off your barrel, you literally just put a 1/4-inch socket on it and you can ratchet it off. The ratcheting system for the suppressor to the mount, it's so secure you don't even have to get it fully ratcheted on for it to not walk off. The way it's designed, if you start to get carbon lock, you get it hot, you run water into the back of the muzzle device because it's hollow, and it'll super cool and it'll screw right off. Like a lot of little really ingenious things go into this design that make it a better can for ease of use and just everyday use. And it also looks good, and it's one of the better performing carbine cans on the market.
Yeah.
And they're going to do a 50 cal can.
Which crazy stuff, which I guess will also when they were talking to some guys, I don't want to over publicize things that are kind of like in their very infancy, but he was also talking about that working for 338 once they figure out the 50 cal can.
Yeah, because once you get that pressure for 50, you mostly just shrink it down for 338. But I know the next can that they have in the works, most likely coming, is going to be a 30 cal.
Yeah.
Because Slade and Sean, being from the backgrounds they're from, are developing these for
SOCOM kind of dudes.
Yeah, they're developing them for like SEAL teams.
Wasn't Sean like we'll get Sean on sometime soon to
he was a recon Marine.
Yeah, to tell his story. But so you got a SEAL and a recon Marine who are like very particular about features and all of that, designing these things, and who actually shoot, which
and
is
are
cool.
Like super excited, and like energetic about, dude, look how cool this thing is. Like,
and like another thing, so fucking nice. I mean, you guys have heard us talk to Slade for hours on end on this show, and we love having him on every time. And Sean is very much that kind of guy too, just like that positive, like he was talking about helping a bunch of fellow recon Marines once they got out, like kind of figuring out their own companies in his garage. And
dude, the first time I talked to Slade was at SHOT Show 2 years ago, and we were at outside the Silencer Co. booth, and he was saying he just like noticed you and Nathan and just stopped by to say hi, and then like you and I talked to Slade and his wife for like 2 hours.
Yeah, just at the Silencer Co. booth. Dude, that's...
I was just like, I'm nobody.
nah, and Slade is so personable like that, and a lot of the people that we really spend our time with, and like that you see us bring onto this show, we're not super random with our guest selection. Like it's people that we know have really good souls, you know, 9 times out of 10. Like sure, there's randoms that we're just curious about and we invite on to kind of, you know, figure them out and they figure us out and, you know, introduce them to the audience. But a whole lot of guys we'll have like a few words with and we're like, oh yeah, this guy is pure of intent and heart and just lovely to talk to. So Goals was really good for bumping into people and spending the time with people like that. SHOT Show with the right people is as well. Like, I mean, Slade is being swamped by people all the time.
Yeah.
And for him to just sit there and chill and talk with us for 2 hours was one of the better days of SHOT.
There's definitely more important people that he could be 100% talking to, and he just like stood there and talked to us.
Yeah.
And that just like that solidified that he's just a chill, cool guy.
Just a real one
in my mind.
Yeah. And it's really cool. Like so many guys who have like a good reputation like Slade, a lot of them unfortunately throw it behind companies that like shouldn't exist and they're just kind of riding off of someone's career. But seeing what these guys are doing with, you know, Irregular Defense, Irregular Design Group, like you can see there is like care put behind it. So really one to watch. We'll probably be doing a bit more, you know, there's no monetary connection. But any of the people that we're talking about in this video, there's no monetary connection. These are just people that we like, people that we love talking to. Are you checking the list to make sure?
Yeah. I mean, none of these people have paid us before, and there has not been any talk of getting paid in the future.
Hey, that's all and more, baby.
Definitely potential projects in the future.
Yeah, for sure. And, you know, we'll let you guys know if that changes with anyone. But for the most part, these are just, you know, cool homies that we love speaking to. And honestly, that we think are going to make those positive impacts in this space that we're looking for. We like the disruptors, the new people coming and, you know, doing the leg sweep on companies that really aren't pulling their weight these days. Speaking of, we have our North Carolina homies. So the CTHR lads, which is CTHR, and we've had DJ, who owns that company, on a couple of times for the public education episode, and I think one other one where we talked to him about something.
I don't know. I wasn't on that one.
Yeah, you weren't. We're coming up to 200, so we have a lot of episodes under our belt at this point. So CTHR, it's a small, very like militia industrial complex company, and I love it. Like DJ's principal aim is to, you know, equip like-minded people. We had him on to talk about the North Carolina relief efforts.
That's right.
Yep.
Because he was involved in that.
Yep, heavily.
Yeah.
Really, really good people out there. Those boys learn a little bit of comm stuff from them, and generally just really enjoy hanging out with them. I've gone on some night hikes. We need to get you on a night hike with those guys too, with the nods. But
they are very much just like you guys.
Yes,
like,
they are
like us. Like they're just really autistically into specific things about this world of survival and militia type things, and just really excited to like get gear in people's hands and teach them how to use it.
Oh, Community Day out here on the East Coast.
Yeah,
that big
they keep trying to get us to come out to it, and we keep fucking.
Because it's at the same time as SHOT usually. Like,
that's right.
If those guys like, I hate it. SHOT ain't moving. Like, if Community Day moved just a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I know, you know, Community Day is just getting bigger and bigger. And I love what they're doing with it. I wish we could attend, but usually we have obligations for SHOT because we can get more done at SHOT with how many people are there.
Yep.
But I would really love to show more love to Community Day because it's a ton of people like giving their time to just proliferate stuff, which is what this show and CBR and Art, the page, was formulated for. So I'd love to get out there and talk to those guys more. But they show up for that. And if you are in need of night vision, look to the CTHR Seetha lads. We'll put a link in the description. But I don't know if this was just a show special. I think it was. But usually they sell night vision like stupid cheap, and it's good stuff. They were selling refurbed like military PVS 14s for $1,900.
Yeah. I mean, I know DJ has talked to us in the past, and he said, you know, he pretty much doesn't make money on night vision. He's mostly just trying to get people night vision.
Yeah, so it's sick. Like,
if there's any profit margin at all, it is next to nothing.
Yeah, he's just getting it out there.
Yeah,
because he has a way to distribute it, basically. Get it and distribute it, and that's exactly what he does for his homies, people he does his night hikes with and other stuff, and it's cool. So definitely check those guys out. Again, no monetary link, just good people that we're friendly with, listeners of the show, and just love supporting the homies. Speaking of the homies, we hung out with shout out to Evan and all the other lads that were with us. It's funny because since Mitch left the show, Nathan is the closest thing to a Seaburn expert we have, and
which isn't saying much.
No. I mean, like, no hate.
Exactly, not talking shit on.
Like Nathan does know more than us. We're just not like, we didn't go to those schools like Mitch did, so we've been kind of like very quiet on Seaburn stuff for a while. It's why I've focused our branding more to the Art and War podcast. That's been more my baby in the mix of things, and Phil's as well. Now he's doing cameraman stuff for us. So we have a listener who we were hanging out with who does Seaburn stuff, very cool Seaburn stuff actually. So Nathan recorded an episode with him a while back, but they were both like deliriously tired. And
yeah, they don't think it came out very well.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it, so I can't say
neither have I.
Or not, but if they think it was bad, I'm gonna trust them.
When the audio doesn't even reach me, I know it wasn't good. Yeah. So we're gonna bring him back on and ask him a bunch of Seaburn stuff and kind of give you guys some a modern episode on that stuff, because it's been, I don't know if we've ever actually done a Seaburn episode. I think we'd moved on from that stuff, even with Mitch, by the time we got to the show.
Yeah.
So that'd be cool to touch on again.
Thank God.
Yeah, right. We hung out with Prince Street Repeat just a little bit, and Ben Sanderson. Ben running his ass off, running around the convention.
Being a GOA event, of course, Ben Sanderson of GOA.
Yeah.
He's quite busy.
Belle of the bull. I love it. I love seeing Ben getting up in front of panels and hosting. Like, it's cool to watch other people host, because I don't do public stuff, so I'm always interested in like watching people work in that. But he held it down. It was cool.
Also still think it's cool to be at events like this, and he'll walk, like, he's as busy as he is.
Yeah, he's walking like Brandon Herrera around.
Yeah, and he'll like walk by us, and he'll still stop and go out of his way to be like, "Yo, what's up, guys?" Because like, again, I feel like I'm not anybody. So like, when someone like that who like works in this space in a much broader and larger scale,
yeah, like influencer liaison kind of dude.
He's like, "Dude, what's up?" I'm like, "Man, that's sick."
Yeah, no, I love Ben.
He's such a nice guy.
Kind of a nice transition is Ben on a recent trip out his way to DC. Actually, not recent. It was like a year ago. He gave me that Green Zone Kommando Store DPM shirt because it didn't fit him because he got too many gains. It fit my gangly ass. I was like, oh fuck, I wanted to get one of these. And Kommando Store just started doing Green Zone stuff again, but they hadn't for years, and they just had like odd they had like twink sizes, and I was like, I'm not that small. Funny
enough, on the opposite side of that, you mentioned PSR.
Yes,
he has given me Kommando Store shirts also, because the shirts they sent him were too big for him, and I'm bigger than him.
Yeah, dude, I love the how confused people are on how big PSR. Some people are like, oh no, dude, he's 6'3".
So as someone who filmed for him, it's fun to make it as confusing as possible. And he is a giant. Like, the man is 6'2".
It's actually terrifying. Whenever I see him, I'm like, fucking hell. Oh yeah, that's PSI. He's actually a friend. That's not a giant coming to kick my shit in.
Yeah, I'm actually trying. When I was filming with him, I'd have to try to not shoot too low because I'm only 5'10".
Yeah.
So I had to start using a shoulder rig when I was filming with him.
He's imposing.
Yeah, he's a very large man.
Like, you getting probably like a lot of ladder usage.
He's also incredibly sexy. That dude's face. I know you guys don't get to see it.
It's a shame.
It's a shame for sure.
Yeah, he's now got his own like show and still no face.
Yeah, man's got a face for TV and he won't show it to you.
Hell, yeah. It's getting lost thinking about it, but
love you, PSR.
Yeah, no, much love. Always good to see him and Ben, and their panel was cool. Seeing them doing some public speaking. I kind of want to give it a go because I'm kind of afraid of how it would go down.
The funny thing is, in a panel like that, like, it was a good panel. I think there was some good information for sure, but PSR was definitely the outlier as far as like the way, like, the kind of content he does, and that a lot of his stuff is quote unquote additive manufacturing.
Yeah,
printed stuff, obviously, print you repeat. So his content, I feel like, is different and has a much broader audience than the other panelists, which were kind of more traditional GunTube.
Yeah, that was the interesting thing about like, one, the Gundies as shot, but also this, like, they're engaging more with like this turning tide of people doing content, and like I feel like a lot of those YouTubers were like relevant but for a different audience.
Yeah.
And it wasn't us.
No. And
like, again, no hate, but it was like Liberty Doll and like some other people that I'm not really terribly familiar with, but I know they're like respectively viewed.
Yeah. No, they have a good size audience.
They're just not people we would naturally watch.
No, they're not our kind of information.
No. I think there was some.
And I think if you were on a panel like this, I would want you to do the same thing that I wish PSR had done. With all love, PSR, you should have been weirder.
Because we know you got
We know you can be so much weirder, and I was hoping to see you push more of the, because everyone who was up there was definitely more of this conservative,
libertarian,
like, modern libertarian, old school conservative style, and you're not, buddy.
Yeah.
You have such a broader audience and so much cooler ideas on this space and what it can be and the people that we can bring into it. I wanted you to be weirder.
I think there is, and like, maybe some good feedback for GOA. I think there's space for that. I think there's space to like kick the door open a bit more, because we've had 70 plus years of like the traditional message, and like a lot of it has been to our detriment. And GOA, I think, much like a lot of these younger organizations like FBC, they understand that like, like, we shouldn't have people standing on stage going "fuck you, no."
Yeah.
But like, something a little weirder, a little more different. I think there's a space for it now. Mm-hmm. But no, I think that is fair feedback, and I think they should make those talks a bit more of an event.
I think so. Yeah.
But no, it was cool. I love seeing our boys getting up on stage, and the public
really cool.
speaking thing is cool.
I like seeing them on stage for sure.
So other people we saw Asher over at Kommando Store, who we had on the show. Kind of like the Ivan revealed thing, and love the Kommando Store boys.
Which, speaking of weird, Kommando Store is also the cool side of weird. And I want more. I want them to continue to get bigger. I want more companies like them that are weird and doing weird things and making cool stuff, as well as, also the surplus stuff they bring in. But I want more of that. It's got more attitude and style.
Yeah. I think like milk toast is easy, and I think what really grows our space is culture and like expanding the flavors available.
Yep.
Like now there's and some people resist against this and whatever, but like the more flavors of the space you make, like the harder it is to stamp it out. It's as simple as that. Like laws are so irrelevant. They are so irrelevant. It's the culture. Like if people want to do this stuff and want to maintain it, they'll make it happen, even in like a prohibition landscape, which you know, we're eating good right now. Like we almost ate really good with the NFA stuff, but you know, it's still like a good climate for gun owners right now. Like you know, it's not great for the industry right now with the Trump slump kind of thing happening again, but you know, it's a great time to be a gun owner and kind of proliferate stuff, stock up on things that get threatened when those bans come in. It's a good time to kind of grow, even though everyone's getting a little bit lazy. Yeah, we see like training kind of going down with people, and like I mean, right now I'm kind of like guilty of this. We'll get into this ramble a little later, but I'm putting together my like first proper range toy since I've been in the States. I've got my AKB-23, the SA-80, like put together now, and like a couple of years ago, I would not even dream about like a non-utilitarian gun. Like it would have been insane to me. And honestly, like this thing, it could have been a suppressor. It could have been something more practical.
Oh yeah,
so
for sure.
I am too guilty of this. Like my main gun still needs a suppressor, and that's the only thing. I've got a laser. I've got like damn near everything else. I've got the nods.
Yeah, you have good optics. You have good lights. You've got your nods. You've got your laser for your nods.
Yep. But got a little lazy on the suppressor.
You just need a can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm somewhat hypocritical in saying like people need to kind of stay on it with that stuff. Like that, if I just got the can, that build would be done. It would be like my go-to fighting rifle, done. Don't touch it. Just train with it.
Yep.
Just need the can. But I don't know. Anyway, back to like the culture thing. Kommando Store, super cool. Like their booth was always busy.
Yeah.
And they were right next to one that wasn't very busy.
Ooh.
Do we say?
That's up to you, buddy.
All right. Well, I'm just going to state facts, and there is no hate in this. Like, there's truly no hate in this. So Kommando Store is right next to T-Rex Arms, and we spoke to. We dropped by a couple of times. The first time we were speaking to Asher and the boys for probably 45 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And the T-Rex Arms booth, it had one guy manning it, and during that time, I saw, like, a couple people, like, literally coast by, grab a sticker, and keep walking, like, boomer kind of age people. And then one 300-pound woman came up, like, basically asked if she could take a sticker, took a sticker, and then kind of waddled off.
Yeah, I mean, it's a tumultuous time for T-Rex, and shout out to the employee that made the booth, because he definitely didn't have as good of a time as most other people did at that show.
No, again, no hate. Like, there's just...
Especially to the employees.
No,
I got nothing against those guys.
That man was put in the line of fire.
And, like, their products are still good products, but, yeah. There's just a lot of politics, and whoever had to work that booth for that show is just thrown in the fire.
Yeah, dude. It was... I hope he wasn't abused.
Yeah, because he has nothing to do with that stuff.
No. So...
If you know what we're talking about, check YouTube. You'll find it.
Yeah, just type in T-Rex Arms, and good lord. It's a bloodbath in the comment section right now. But, so that was, like, that's an interesting note. That's a changing tide right there.
Yep.
But, you know, on the Kommando Store side of things, they were heaving the whole time. Like, I felt...
Yeah, they were doing great.
I felt bad because...
We kept taking up their space.
Yeah, like, just me and Phil hanging out took up, like, a decent amount of the booth, and then, like, when the Discord boys were hanging around with us, like, we got a crowd in there, and I'm like...
But, at the same time, a busy booth looks good.
Oh, no, absolutely. No, so, people are like, oh, I'll do a lap and come back.
What do these guys have to offer?
Oh, and then
So-
you have a look at the space, and they've got all sorts of crazy shit.
So
I
much
mean,
cool shit.
The fishing, like the infamous fishing hat, and the I have autism, and the IKEA bandolier.
The anti-tank mine plushies, which
Yep.
I have one on my bed. Always. I love it.
Yeah, no, they're such a cool company, and really, really nice people. We're gonna be playing around with some of their new stuff soon. We got balaclavas to rock and stuff, which Nathan's been rocking an Arc'teryx one for years. He recently got the Kommando Store reproduction, and it fits so much better. So if you own the old Arc'teryx balaclava and it's kind of like baggy and fits like shit, try out the Kommando Store one. It actually works as intended.
We just got some, and they're awesome.
Yeah, they're super good. Like you can rock it as like a half mask and just pop the rest behind your head, or a full balaclava.
It's a great half mask, actually.
Yeah.
I was very impressed. It does stay up.
Yeah, that's what Nathan's been usually in videos, and you can see it in like the Childeberg video and a couple of others. Like he's wearing the Arc'teryx balaclava, and he just keeps on having to tug it up. It's shit.
It looks cool. But
Yeah.
they don't stay up.
No.
Not especially not after you've worn it a lot and you've maybe washed it a couple times. It
Yeah.
loosens up. Yeah.
Nah, Kommando Store fixed it. And they've got a lot of like cool Russian stuff right now.
Yeah. If you're not familiar with Kommando Store and you like weirder shit, especially on like the Eastern European Russian side of surplus and repro surplus, they're the guys right now for sure. And also if you like the service cheetahs that the Taliban wear, the sneakers, they got them.
Yep. Kind of crazy if you listen to the show and you have never heard of Kommando Store. That's like probably a statistical impossibility.
Very low,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, so for all 5 of you who haven't heard of Kommando Store before, that's Kommando Store with a K, like 4chan style, so go and give them a look. Who else to talk about? Oh, right next to them, the Drill Index lads.
Yeah, those guys are tight.
Dude, they've been, like, so much love to those guys. They've been listening to, like, my solo show, the B.R Hates Fed show, like, which is now sleeping. It's dormant. Not dead, but it's been dormant for a minute because I've been focusing on this show. And they listen to this, so super chill guys, and much love to them. So Drill Index, if you don't know, basically like a pack of cards with different range drills on them, which is super great, especially for people doing stuff like us, where we go out to film like a range video, and it's like, all right, what the fuck do we do? Some running, some blah blah blah. Like,
You can only do an El Prez and Mozambique like so many times before you're like, all right, this is the same thing over and over.
I'm just running. I'm running and shooting. So we need to incorporate their cards a little bit more. But I've got a pack. Really cool guys. Cool concept. Might bring them on the show sometime soon because they're.
Dude, their Knoxville experience was awesome.
I know.
They got in and like immediately went to Pigeon Forge, bought nunchucks, and got nunchuck tattoos.
If you don't know what Pigeon Forge is in Tennessee, give it a Google. I came across some random reel of a Brit going like, "Oh, Pigeon Forge, what's this?" And he looks at it, he's like, "Oh, this is crazy. This is mental, mate." Like, and it is. It is it's a fucking insane part of the country. It's like Appalachian Vegas.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
weird.
It's very weird. And like the energy and like attitude those guys had is so Pigeon Forge. Just like chaos.
They're West Coast boys too. They're
Yeah,
they're out in Oregon or Washington, I think. Or they're from around that kind of part of the country.
Yeah.
But yeah, super cool guys. So go and check those guys out. We also bumped into a longtime friend of mine, Carrie Sloan. She is like a female instructor. Basically, like does a lot of instruction for survivors of domestic assault and all sorts of things like that. And basically, an advocate for female shooters. Super outspoken, love her. Always great to run into her, and usually run into her at things like this, Naughty After Dark and stuff. Ace VR.
Yeah, we ran into Ace VR.
Which we had to talk to for Nathan and Al because they're massive VR users.
They use that thing all the time.
Nathan got a repetitive stress injury from
that's
shooting
right.
VR.
Yeah.
He got tennis elbow from shooting Ace VR. So we talked to them about that. We're gonna try and get some of those guys on the show too. We've also got some video content planned.
Yeah, that very much involves Ace VR.
Yeah,
So we wanted to stop and talk to them about it because if the video goes the way we want it to, it's going to be a really cool video.
Yep.
And we're very, very stoked about it. And Ace VR is very centric to the idea that we have.
Yeah, we need to get us some of that.
Yeah, we don't have.
Yeah,
neither of us use Ace VR.
No, and they just added a Shadow Systems remote to it, so a Glock. Ooh. So finally there's a Glock in Ace VR. For the longest time you had either a Staccato or a SIG.
Oh.
And they were heavily partnering with SIG, and I love that Ace managed to pivot because they were getting fucked. Like, no one was hating on Ace, they would just hate on SIG in the Ace comments, and they're like, we heard you, like, loud and clear, we got Shadow Systems now, because Glock would never go for that.
No.
Unless Ace got, like, massive. So props to them for finding a solution to that and getting a Glock-shaped controller in, but I want to give that a go. Really cool stuff for training. Czechpoint.
Another
you
local.
got yeah.
Well, I was gonna say about Czechpoint, local to Knoxville. So this was a show in their backyard, essentially.
Yep.
Czechpoint USA. If you like weird Czech firearms, like the VZ61.
Scorpions.
They do Scorpions in 380, 32, and 22.
Yeah.
Which is very appealing.
Yes.
I've wanted a Scorpion for a long time, and I was probably just going to do 380 because that's usually what the kids get brought in with. But 22.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Just a fun gun. And with Knoxville, Tennessee stamped on it, on a Scorpion, that's fucking sick. Like, I want one. That's fucking cool as hell.
So, probably going to be getting one of those.
I would. I'd love. Like they seem like a smaller company.
It'd be cool to do a video with them.
Yeah. I would. Like, not looking for anything from them. I just want to shoot one.
Just
have some fun.
We haven't shot any of these. Like, I'm a big CZ guy, so I've shot a lot of CZ handguns, but I've actually never shot a Scorpion. Or a VZ61.
Yeah, it's one of your grail guns. When we were shooting with Micah and Charlie, like, Micah was super gracious when we were at his studio, and he's like, "Oh yeah, guys, just grab some guns and we'll take them out and shoot them." And Phil's like,
"I found the Scorpion," and he was like, "I don't have any 32 ACP," like, and I was like,
"Fuck!" One of your grail guns just sitting there, and you're like,
"I was like,
can I has? No, man, I don't have ammo. Fuck." So another time, it would be cool to do it with them. Something I've been talking about for a while. Turksh shotguns.
Yeah.
It's the worst thing I'm interested in, arguably. Me and Nathan have been talking about Turksh shotguns for a long time. We know they're bad. We understand. But there's this company called Mac. We were at Century Arms looking at like their fugly little Dracos that I want.
Yeah, we're looking at all their little kit guns that are ugly.
Yeah,
some of them are cool.
I love I'm gonna get a Crime Draco from them eventually.
Yeah,
but
I mean they're all range toys.
Yeah.
They're not
100%.
reliable guns, but they are very cool. But yeah, we were looking at them and we looked across the aisle.
That was Mac.
And there was your Turksh shotguns.
And really interesting. I actually haven't spoken to the agency boys or Mike or anyone about this yet. But I guess Mac has some kind of collaboration, or they just used agency. I presume it's a collaboration because it comes factory.
Yeah, it comes factory with a bunch of agency parts.
Yeah, so they had like a M4 clone, so a Mac M4 clone with agency parts. And I was like, this is really interesting because agency, a lot of you know them as like a high-end Glock parts and now SIG
premium
parts.
Aftermarket and premium pre-built.
Yep.
Glocks, SIGs, and other guns soon.
Yes.
Currently, maybe.
I don't know where they're at with that, but
I don't know where the
yeah,
those are at.
we walked their factory in Boise and fucking sick. But
great people.
Yeah, really
Great people.
really great people. And it was interesting to see this Mac agency seeming collaboration because it's like
M4/M1014 clones
and
on a Turkish
gun.
like
basically all the parts that you'd be worried about.
Yeah.
Like made by agency.
It's a $2,000 shotgun. That's $1,000.
Yeah, it was like 1,000 or 1,300, somewhere in that price range. And I was like, oh, shit, with agency parts, like I'd definitely give it a go.
The gun's hot.
Yeah,
I won't lie.
Yeah, so I'm like, the only shotgun I currently have in my possession is a 1897 Winchester, which if I don't plan on shooting it. Like, it has been shot recently. It's a 1950s one, so it's not like a super historic. It's like of kind of the end of its production run.
It's a reliable classic, but
yeah,
it's a full length, like 24-inch barrel shotgun.
Yeah, it'd be great for skeet shooting, but
or hunting.
Yeah. I don't plan on shooting a lot. I've actually debated turning it into a trench gun. Don't hate me, but it's cool. I just like owning one. Maybe someday I'll either convert it to like, the kind of riot trench look, or I'll actually buy a trench gun version and sell that one on. But for the time being, that's just me ticking a box on like a grail gun that I wanted to own since before I moved to the US.
It was like a gun show, like decent deal.
Yep, bought from a homie of ours for like a silly amount. Like cheap. So I want like a shotgun, one that's like somewhat a range toy, but I could also put some like nasty home defense shells in.
I mean, from my experience with the Turkish shotguns.
Yeah, because you shot a lot with PSR
I'm gonna be
with
straight.
those.
I don't like Turkey, and I don't want to buy guns from Turkey. But I've PSR and I shot a video or two with a bunch of Turkish shotguns, and after like 100 to 200 rounds of like buckshot, they seem to just run fine.
You just have to break them in because those first 200 rounds are kind of like shit.
Dude, it's rough.
Yeah, what kind of rough are we talking about? Like misfeeds or
failure to extract, failure to feed, locking back when there's still a loaded mag, like, just stupid little jams, like nothing. Obviously, none of the guns blew up or anything, or like, stovepiped or whatever, but they just
like, oh man, this sucks.
It was just a slog for like 100 to 200 rounds.
Yeah.
And then around that 150 to 200, they just started feeding.
Huh.
It just went from like, okay, you need like hot loaded buckshot to, okay, now it's running birdshot. And slugs and buck and pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So, I mean, are they the most reliable shotguns you can buy? No. If you break them in, they're going to run as a range toy for sure.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I've got like, we both have home defense ARs, and you have a home defense AK too.
I got ARs, I got AKs. I have a Mossberg 500. Like, it's an 18-inch Mossberg, but like it's a classic Mossberg 500 pump action. Like, I have a reliable shotgun. Yep. I could have a fun semi-auto. Because, I mean, like, let's be honest, unless you're spending several $1,000s on your semi-auto, you're going to have issues. They're all picky. They all hate certain loads. They all have issues. Like, even the M4, you're going to have some loads that it just doesn't want to run.
Yeah, I mean, and, from friends of ours, we've even heard, like, actual M4 Benellis, like, having issues, having weird hang-ups that maybe it's a machining thing and they just got fucking lazy.
It's just semi-auto shotguns.
Yeah.
It's just the thing. You find the load it likes and you stick with it.
Yeah. So, I'm willing to take a risk. I'm not gonna, like, have that be my go-to home defense gun, because, again, I have an AR for that. That's my preference for home defense. It would be a range toy until either I got comfortable with it. It's never going to overtake the AR, but like, if it starts to look like it could be a tool, maybe it'll start to get regarded as that, but really, I'd be buying one to be a range toy.
Yep.
And I'd probably get some like modern pump action if I actually wanted like a 570 or something, or a 870 even, but actually fucking PSA with the 570.
The new PSA shotgun is pretty badass, I'm not gonna lie.
basically taking like the Mossberg 500 and the Remington 870 and having an illegitimate baby.
Yeah, taking all the best parts from each and just mashing them into the same shotgun and then having Mossberg furniture compatibility.
I will say it's fucking ugly.
Yeah,
like the actual machining of the actual firearm itself is fucking ugly.
They went for like a futuristic cyberpunk shotgun,
it looks
which
dumb.
like I personally, unless it's like an M1014 combat shotgun, I prefer wood. I like a classic looking pump. That's why my Mossberg 500 has the old school wood stock, and it's got the old school pump that technically doesn't fit the modern one just right, and it has some wobble to it, but it looks good.
And everyone knows looking cool, that's rule number one. You got to hit that.
Yep.
Everything else is downstream.
Yep.
But so I'm probably gonna get one of those at some point. You know, let's get the wedding out of the way and some other things, and then we'll see about playing with Turksh shotguns. But just last point on that, I think it's really cool. If this is like, I'm pretty sure it's a collaboration with agency. It's cool to see them offering something to like in a more accessible way to people.
It's a cool entry point.
Yeah. So getting to play with some agency stuff for less money than you would expect is neat. So interested in checking that out. Stuff and things. I've seen a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I've seen their stuff a lot, primarily because of the Bison kit, I think.
Yeah.
I want to say I was following them before that, but it might have been the Bison that got me.
Pretty sure that's what
my
got me.
attention. But they had a very pretty looking Groza kit.
Yeah. I love people just breaking out like cool guns and getting people hands on with cool shit that you never get access to.
I'm a sucker for like rare Russian guns, which is why like the Bison caught my attention, because I loved the PP-19 and Call of Duty and Battlefield. Always wanted one. I don't think they're quite where they need to be yet, but I really like them.
Yeah, it's funny because I think Americans are making far better ones.
Yeah. The Bison kits,
it's
at least
a
in
low
my
bar.
experience, they've had some issues, but once they get those issues sorted, you throw a super safe on that shit.
That shit would be cool. You want to be loading mags for days? There you go.
Oh yeah. But yes, the Groza. Oh my god,
They knew what they had. They just had it on this like pedestal, like barrel facing up, just spinning.
I was standing next to it, staring at it. No one would give me attention. And I was like, "Can I touch it?
Yeah, no.
Can I touch it?" And no one would even look at me. I was like, "Okay, I'll just look at it."
I'll just go and fuck myself.
But they had some like rougher versions also hanging on the wall, so I just went and played with that one.
Yeah. Really, I'm not an AK guy. I want to be, but you know, there's so many more things I want to get prior. That's gonna be like 10 years from now. BR finally gets his first AK,
and it's gonna be a Krink.
It'll be a Draco.
Well, yeah, Draco.
Actually, no, a Krink.
It could be a Krink.
A Krink would be the wise decision for a first AK, so I can actually shoot it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should do that. But they've got some really nice like quality of life things. Like I don't like the regular magazine release on AKs.
Yeah.
And they had like this little like push down, so you don't have to break your grip. Like really, I mean, I know you just usually rip it with your offhand, but that was cool. And they're like their charging handles, like those are super nice too. Just little quality of life things that are like super well engineered. Nice to see. So I'll long term, I would definitely like some stuff on my AK. It sounds like we're just listing companies, but honestly, that's what these things are. That's why like
it's a trade show.
Trade show content. Like we were gonna do some video, and then it's like we're just doing ads for people.
It's just gonna be SHOT Show again if we do videos, and like the only reason SHOT Show videos end up being cool is because we also get to go do things.
Yeah.
Whereas this was like just a trade show.
There was a range day. I've been to the Goals range day before. And it was good. It was great last year. We were moving.
Yeah.
So
too much life.
Yeah, it was a miracle that we made it to Goals. But So maybe next year we'll... Actually, fuck, it's going to be in Iowa, so...
We'll see if we make it next year.
Yeah, like, at this point, I've seen Ohio. I guess it exists. I'm willing to... I'm willing to stretch to it's possible. Iowa? I've been through Iowa, but I'm not sure it exists.
Yeah, I would say it doesn't because of just how little I even remember it.
Dude. I
think I've driven through Iowa like 4 or 5 times, and I couldn't tell you a single thing about it.
Fields.
Yeah.
Fields and nothing.
So sorry if you're from Iowa.
Yeah, we're not Iowa hate gang. We're just Iowa maybe doesn't exist.
Deniers.
Light Iowa deniers.
Yeah.
What else was the
Lead and Steel?
Oh yeah.
Talked to them. We talked to them a lot at SHOT Show actually.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time at that booth. They were right around the corner from Ellie and Kaufman doing the AKB kit. So like Nathan would start talking to Lead and Steel, and then I'd just wander off to go and finger fuck the SA.
We'd just go talk to Ellie and Kaufman some more.
Like, ooh, have you thought about this?
But yeah, we actually talked to their guys, B.R and I.
Yeah, quite a bit this year.
Quite a bit this year, and they were telling us about the updates to the PB3, handgun red dot, some more models and updates that are coming along the line for it. So if you like boxy handgun red dots, definitely check out the PB3. It's cool. I like it. And then also hands-on with the Promethean LP1, which also just got another update. If you like the Leupold LCO, but you want better battery life, check out the LP1. It's very heavily inspired by the LCO.
Yeah, it's like that and an EOTech had a baby.
Yeah,
and
it's just, but it's a giant red dot. It's not Neotech. It's not a holographic set.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna put one of those on my little shorty. I want to start playing one of those. Nathan's been shooting with them for a minute. I currently don't have any Lead and Steel, but I'm definitely gonna opt for one of those for my next red dot on a rifle.
They have some really cool stuff coming in the near future. They're kind of splitting off
into a couple different companies.
Because Lead and Steel does a lot of stuff, including building rifles, and so they're kind of starting to splinter into, the rifles and the general stuff, and then they're gonna have another company for like optics development.
Yeah.
And doing more interesting optics and bringing some stuff to the U.S. that we haven't gotten much of in the past.
Yeah.
AK boys, you're going to be eating good. It might be 3 years, but you're going to be eating good.
and honestly, boys who care about doing stuff in the field have a really cool project that we'll probably be doing a video on at some point.
Yes.
But but more to come. Big things coming. Always.
Big things coming. Things we can't talk about.
Speaking of big things coming, a dog took a shit in front of us in golf.
So GOA had this 360 cam booth where you could stand on a pedestal and the camera would rotate around you and get this like really cool slow-mo video of you and maybe a friend posing. So there's a dude in a multicam samurai outfit that was walking around, and he had his dog with him.
Super nice dude, for the record. No hate.
Yeah. No. Really cool guy. He even talked to us.
It's just funny.
Bit. And they grabbed him and a couple other dudes to get a video with like, the wizard hats and stuff. Yeah. And before they could take the video, the samurai's dog took a dump.
Right in front of us and the Discord boys.
Big old pit bull took just a fat shit.
In the middle of the goal spot.
And it was hilarious.
Well, the Discord boys just... and it was awful.
And someone right as he squats to poop, someone just bombs away.
It's in the middle of this big intersection. The dude handled it. I would have died of embarrassment. But I mean, the guy's walking around in a multicam samurai outfit.
He cleaned it up, got it handled. It was his service dog, so I'm sure the dog had been on the show floor for too long.
Yeah,
and just was like, you know what? It's happening.
Yeah, that kind of...
No hate. It was very entertaining, very funny.
Yeah.
And he cleaned it up.
Yeah,
so it's not...
He didn't just walk off.
Not a problem.
This was kind of a funny one. So, at SHOT Show, people bring out, stupidly big booths. I mean, it's every kind of client you can imagine. It's international purchases, like for other governments, for...
I mean, the company you're about to mention, they're not on the main floor, but they're in one of the law enforcement military showrooms, and they take up almost an entire wall of that showroom.
Yep.
And those aren't, like, it may not be the main floor, but they're big showrooms.
Yep. So, Daniel Defense, like, just eating good off the Mark 18 thing, and also the school shooter defense contract. Actually, sorry. School shooter... what would you call it?
School shooter development program?
Yeah. Hey, do you hate your classmates? We'll ship one of these out to you. So they were on the floor at Goals, and you know what? Like, again, no hate. I love seeing the big companies showing out for things like Goals and throwing. These booths are like $30K minimum to like set up. Like just a massive tower with like like a 40 by 20 space. Like, they're throwing a lot of money at GOA, and I really respect that and appreciate it. But like, goddamn, they kind of had no business there. Like, and it's a weird thing at shows like this, because you see such a different crowd from SHOT Show, which is like I was saying, like a lot of like government purchases, like, big like gun stores and distributors and things like that, and then like all the influencers and people who are gonna be like peddling this stuff.
This is much more the everyman.
It is, and it's a different environment. It's really good for the little guy, like our friends, Sitha, and honestly, Drill Index is like a smaller company coming up, and like giving them like a lot of accessibility to like a lot of people in person, explain their stuff face to face.
Even Irregular Design Group, it gives them more of a platform to like actually put the suppressor in people's hands and go, hey, we may get a ton of videos on Instagram and a ton of attention through Slade, but like, you can touch it now.
Yeah, feel the weight in your hand, like shoulder a rifle with this on the end, all that kind of thing. And ask very specific questions, and I'll walk you through it and have a very personable conversation and interaction, which is really cool. And like, it's funny because on the flip side, again, like these bigger companies supporting things like this, they somewhat don't have a place, or at least some of them. I think there is a way to do this. Just a lot of these companies are like in defense contractor mode. They're these kind of bloated machines, and I hate on some of these companies, and some of them it's just part of the game. It's struggling from success and all that.
I mean, I think companies that are geared more towards the everyman. So like, I think companies that belong there, that did a good job, that are massive companies like Henry.
Yep.
Henry's great. And they were showing off their new lever guns, their new gunfighter revolvers. Yep. And then you have, Keltec, who like, they have their weird ass guns that weird people like.
Asked them about cocaine jokes again. Again.
And they were super cool and playful, and they wanted to talk with us. And they were showing us the PR-57, which
we're obsessed with.
We are obsessed with it.
It's so weird.
It's
weird
and stupid, and I need it.
I love that the PR-57 was the belle of the ball at SHOT Show.
I love it.
Of all the things to discuss, everyone was obsessed with it. They're like, this is weird, I want one.
I mean, brands like Daniel Defense showing up for this, like, it brings money to it, and it's good. However, their booth was just their SHOT Show booth shrunk. Which I get, brands spend a lot of money on those booths, and so getting multiple uses out of it is really good for their bottom line, but it just feels like they just, they were just there.
It was odd. Like, it was this big towering, like, billboard, basically. It's like a 4-sided billboard that's like 2 stories tall. They have like a meeting table and then a couple of racks with rifles. Last year they had like a whole trailer filled with rifles and stuff.
Okay, I wasn't there last year.
That's right,
so
that's right. And so like last year you go up, it was like a crime scene investigation trailer, like a big trailer that you walk in. Yeah, it was, and then they had like 2 racks inside of all that stuff.
Damn, they should have done that again.
Yeah, right?
That's sick.
Yeah, because it was an experience. You go
Yeah.
into this like little tunnel, like there was like an entrance and an exit, like separate,
Yeah,
and so you
nice.
walk in. It's like a little tour
I
of
like
stuff.
that.
Yeah, it was a really good way to do
Daniel,
it.
that again.
Yeah, right. Because instead, it's like this. It's this setup that looks like I need to have an appointment.
Yeah, it's very corporate.
Yeah, and
very clean.
It was
sterile.
Yeah, it wasn't really the vibe of this show, and like honestly, I haven't cared about Daniel Defense since 2015.
No, I mean I think their purchasing and re-release of Hudson's H9 was cool because I thought that handgun was really cool when Hudson was making it, and it's a cool handgun. But
it's kind of the last cool thing they did, and then like,
and it's not even innovative because someone else built it.
No, and then like it was kind of a weird release. It was kind of like, I'm sure kind of a dud for the time they released it. Like people didn't really have.
I mean, listen, you want bomb-proof rails? Daniel Defense rails are great.
Yep.
But they're not doing anything new.
Yeah. So they're kind of an example of someone stagnating a little bit.
However, Daniel showed up.
They did.
You know who didn't show up? Smith & Wesson, who's local now.
That's true.
They're in Maryville, Tennessee. And
Yep,
they
they're
didn't
local
show
to
up to
Knoxville.
the Tennessee show.
Yep, that's kind of crazy.
Which is whack. And
Barrett was there.
Yeah, Barrett showed up.
Barrett was there talking to fucking, like, all of us normies who can't afford their fucking rifles.
Yeah, we were sitting there looking at the MRAD, and we were like, I was just like, hey, what's your favorite caliber? Like, what do you like shooting out of this thing? And he was like, 300 PRC. And I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
And he just shot the shit for it with us. Like, we can't afford a MRAD.
And he knows that.
Or a M8, M81, or not M81, M8A1? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't afford those rifles. But they sat there and talked with us and shot the shit and joked around. So
Kind of a
props to Barrett.
Yeah, different vibe. Like they know the vast majority of people. Like it's just show and tell.
Yeah.
It's like a hearts and minds move.
For sure.
And I really respect that. Like, you know you're not going to make sales at this thing.
Yeah,
and you
but-
still shelled out for a fucking booth, like,
Yep.
employees and labor over the weekend. Like, props.
And Daniel showed up, and they are not from here. And Keltec showed up, and they're not from here.
Yeah.
And Henry showed up, they're not from here. You've got Mac and all of the Turkish guns. Those guys showed up.
They're not from here.
They're not from here. They're really not. Well, actually, Mac, I believe, is local.
Yeah. That M4 had Knoxville, Tennessee on it as well.
Yeah, the other brands that they were displaying with are not local, and obviously the firearms themselves come from Turkey. But the company that's bringing them in, they are local, so that's cool. Let's make sure we're right about that.
Yeah.
But Sig also didn't show up. Surprise, surprise.
honestly, I spoke about this on another episode. I went to Soft Week a little while back. Kind of an odd thing for me to end up at, but that's a long story. But Sig at Soft Week, where there's gonna be like the most minimal amount of abuse, because as I was saying in the other episode, it's like a software show. It's so different from a regular trade show like this one or SHOT Show. It's drones and it's mesh networks, and sure there's firearm manufacturers there, but they're all like talking to special forces dudes all week. But Sig, they didn't have a booth on the floor. They had a fucking private meeting room that you had to schedule a time to go and view their guns, which were behind a desk with a receptionist, and then they had and then they had a social with alcohol. Because they have to play with a few drinks. Yeah. I mean, honestly, it would be way funnier to be at the Sig booth after a couple drinks. But, is it going to go off? Will it or won't it?
If I wiggle it with my tongue.
Yeah. Dude, just a little drunk wiggling the slide in front of a Sig.
Like, ooh.
Bang! Kidding! But fuck Sig, honestly. They're fucking nuts. They're not showing up to these things anymore.
No, I mean, fuck, Glock was there.
Yeah, Glock.
Even though they just announced that their the COA is just for law enforcement and military moving forward, they still showed up.
Still showed up. Kind of lame, but you know what? They were there, so props. After wiping out like half their SKUs too, crazy work.
Yeah, their booth wasn't big, but they were there.
Yeah.
They were handing out little tchotchkes and whatnot.
Little mini Glocks to choke on.
Yeah.
But no, it was a good vibe. I really like goals. I really hope to continue to see it grow and also maintain the vibe. Like, please, goals, never get cocaine-y.
Yeah.
Shot show, I feel like I have to shower 6 times after I leave in a row. I feel like I shouldn't kiss my woman for 2 days, even though...
You know what I didn't get to do at this that I do at SHOT Show? I didn't get to gamble.
Dude, it's Tennessee, there's cockfighting. We could have done... Fuck the slots. Nice cock. I'm putting $200 on that one. Yeah, we could have done some gambling, bud. Isn't that gambling out in Pigeon Forge?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, shit, we could have done
Could have made
something.
a drive.
But no, honestly, I feel so much purer in spirit after goals that I do SHOT Show. I hate it's this awful SHOT Show hangover. Last year wasn't so bad because we had an Airbnb and we cooked together and great fucking vibes. But still, it's just a grimy city. Even getting a little bit of desert exploration in, I still didn't feel like.
I mean,
recharged.
hey, we didn't get in and out, but the bars are cheaper out here.
That's important.
So the after show drinks are cheaper.
Oh, and that's another cool thing because like SHOT Show, like there's a handful of like listeners and friends that show up to that aren't like, you know, fellow media people, like just listeners and cool people that we like. And we did get to hang out. We do get to hang out with like a fair few of those guys out in Vegas around the show. But I think this was a lot more conducive to having a bigger crowd and a more like relaxed social. Because SHOT Show, we're just going and we're filming and we're walking the floor and we're meeting people and we're filming and we're walking the floor and we're hanging out with like a friend for half an hour maybe.
Yeah.
And then we're like, fuck, we're missing stuff. We have to go do things. Nathan doesn't feel that way. He's just fucking off on side quests, which I love. We need to get.
Dude, he side quests so hard at SHOT Show. He talks to
he'll come back and be like,
we'll come back, we'll be getting dinner, and he'll be like, so yeah, I talked to
Reed Knight.
And we're just like, what?
Like, where were we?
Yeah. He just wound up sitting down talking to Reed Knight, just talking about like music and life. We're like, dude, that's an episode.
We need to do more Nathan things at this. But no, this one we got to hang out with like a whole bunch of listeners after the show. And then, like I said at the beginning, catch up with old Arizona buddy of mine, Spirit Resistance, and his buddy. And his buddy silenced the bar. Big Samoan motherfucker. You know who you are.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, sir. What the fuck did he say? So he, big old dude, took quite a few drinks to get him to that place. Drinking beer at
Spirit
this.
of Resistance said something, and he just shouted, "No!" Or like, "Fuck you!" or something, and the whole establishment got quiet.
Yeah, college town. So
yeah.
This like what's the university? University of Tennessee.
Yeah,
UT.
UT.
This college girl's like, "You're scary" or something
that.
He
He shouted, and then everyone got quiet, and he noticed, and he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
excited.
I'm just excited, talking with my friends." And this like college girl across the bar, she's like, "You're scary," and he's like, "I know." And then it's still quiet, and I'm not gonna get into what he's talking about. It's still quiet, and he turns to look at Spirit of Resistance, and he goes, "Is that why he kept touching me?" And dude, I laughed so hard.
I'll briefly mention it because the listeners will fucking ask us anyway. But their co-workers, and he was telling him that another one of their co-workers is gay.
Yeah.
Which he
didn't realize.
Well, he isn't.
Or whatever.
And he was like, "He's so fucking loud. It silenced the bar. Is that why he was touching me?"
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good time.
Oh, it was so good. No, I love our meet and greets wherever we do them in the country. Like wherever you guys are, like we got shooters. You guys
you guys show up everywhere.
And like such interesting fucking people. Like talented, individuals doing cool shit, got cool gets, training, doing, being autistically knowledgeable in your own weird spots. I love it.
And some of you, you know who you are. You were at the North Carolina meetup and the Idaho meetup.
Wild.
Which is insane. You guys are crazy.
Yeah.
I love you guys.
Yeah, seriously. And, so yeah, we gotta keep on doing more of these things. But, it's so interesting. Like, I see us in you. Like, you're our people. It's so cool to see, like, what this next generation of shooters is. Like, I know there's a lot of us out there. Like, whether they listen to this show or not, I know there's a lot of people like us.
This show, both in audience and in industry, has cultivated such a cool group of people. Like, even, like the audience alone is full of very interesting, very talented, and very knowledgeable individuals who know a lot of different things that we could do episodes with just listeners.
We've been pulling more listeners onto the show. Yeah,
and we're going to again with our CBRN expert.
Yep.
And then within the industry, it feels like every time we meet industry friends in person or we get connected with people, it's the best people in the industry. Like, just down to earth, real people who just want to create and push cool shit.
And good shit.
And getting people armed and prepared. And it's amazing. I love it.
So, shouts out to you. Like, we're just ramblers, and you guys kind of, like, come to us with all this cool shit, and we love to see it. So, yeah, goals, super good vibes, honestly.
Yeah, would for sure do it again. I don't know about Iowa. I really, I hope I can make it, but Jesus, Iowa guys? Really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I know. When I saw that, I was like, okay, Knoxville again, right? No. So we'll see. But no, goals definitely put itself on the map for us, and I want them to keep on rivaling or continue to grow and rival Shot Show. Shot, I don't think you'll ever kill Shot. It's somewhat of a cancer. Like, it's so big outside of the US, it will always exist. But
yeah,
it's like the circus. Like, Goals was like the wholesome family reunion, and Goals is Shot Show's the circus.
Yeah,
and everyone loves the circus.
Yeah, true.
So a couple of other quick things to hit that have been going on. I mentioned that the AKB-23 has arrived. Right, I was talking about it earlier, but it arrived. I'd been collecting the parts since Shot Show. I started buying. I went and found myself an E-Mag. I wanted an ACOG. I don't want a fucking SUSAT. Fuck the SUSAT. It sucks, and it's so expensive for what it is. It's just like a bougie ACOG. I hate me if you want for that. I don't want a fucking SUSAT. So I got myself an ACOG. Got myself a cram. It's not a riser. What would you call it? It's like a riser plate.
It's the original use for the cram was, it gives you a little bit of lift for the optic, but it's also to push the optic back. So when you're using it on a flat top AR, it allows you to get that eye box closer to your eye with an extended stock.
Yeah, so for more like heads up shooting with an ACOG, super nice. And when I just put the ACOG in its original Trigicon mount on the AKB when it first arrived, and I put everything together, and I was like, fuck, you gotta like destroy your cheekbone to get close enough. So got the cram from Weapon Outfitters, and like super nice heads up shooting position now.
Yeah, it now sits where it should.
Yeah. Aside from that, got the E-Mag for it. I swapped the grip for something that looks a little bit more like the ugly fucking massive grip the SA80 has. It's not a 1-for-1. What kind of grip is it? It's a Magpul K2 Plus?
Yeah, I think that's the Plus.
Yeah, because I got the biggest one I could to try and match the British one. It's the same grip I put on a lot of my ARs, because it's like rubberized. A lot of people shit on the rubberized thing. I like it. Fuck you. I've got a... Oh, fuck. What are these things called? The...
Grip Pod?
Grip Pod, yes. when I showed this to a couple of friends, they're like, "God damn it, dude! Why did you buy that?" It's like this was issued, dude.
Yeah.
So the Alien Kaufman. So it's called the AKB-23. That's the actual gun's name. It's an SA-80 imitation. It's initially shipping with this like plastic L85A1 style furniture. So the OD green like original furniture at the front, and so I've got like this weird hodgepodge, like not clone correct look to this thing. So we're gonna do a full video on this in the near-ish future, probably sometime in the fall. But I really like the A2 with the Daniel Defense rails, but they're at least initially doing it with the A1 furniture. So I've got the grip pod on the A1 furniture, which again, technically not clone correct, but the slots, which are not M-lock on the original, have cleverly been made to be M-lock on this, so you can do more with it. So I've got this, I put on like a Arasaka Picatinny mount, and then a grip pod. I've got a cloud defensive light on this thing, but I've got the Rain 1.0, so it's like a big chunky head on it, so it looks a bit more GWOT kind of era. And then there wasn't a clever way to mount my pressure pad, so there's just a shit ton of electrical tape on it, which very 2002. What else is on this thing? Oh yeah, the ACOG's got iron sights on it. Yeah, it's interesting. It's a BRN 180 dressed up as an SA-80, so this is gonna be fun to fuck around with and kind of hate shoot. I think this is gonna be an excellent gun. I think I'm gonna enjoy shooting it more than I hope to, like a lot more. It's an 18.5. It's my longest 5.56 gun now, in one of the shortest packages. So I'm worried that I'm gonna end up enjoying this thing quite a lot, even though I bought it as a range toy. But we're gonna do a video on it. Again, not clone correct, just kind of like the closest thing it would be is the SA or L85 TES Theater Entry Standard, when they realized the gun sucked, and there was a period where they made this special forces group that was effectively like a Ranger equivalent for the Brits, and a lot of them had SA-80s, and they started to do weird shit with them because they were like, these suck, and they need to be better for us, because like we're not sourcing M4s or anything. They weren't doing anything like that yet. The Brits were still adamantly hanging on to the SA, so they started to put ACOGs on it. They started to fuck around with early Daniel Defense rails and putting lasers and stuff on them, and they look kind of interesting. So it's the closest to that kind of setup. It's like if I stole an SA-80 and did what I wanted with it to a degree. So yeah, that would be fun to fuck around with. And then also on Phil's side of things, we've both kind of got project guns right now that we're looking to do videos with. You've got a Sure Shot AK you're playing with.
Yeah, so I have had a PSA AK-105 clone for a while, and Sure Shot, SAG, Sure Shot Application Group.
I think so.
Anyways, SAG, Sure Shot, they started putting out various AK kits, and they got to the point where they were doing a quad rail.
Yeah.
I'm a quad rail guy.
Yeah.
So we talked to them, and they, I love space AKs. So they sent out a quad rail chassis system for me to fit, and then for us to shoot and, do a video with. And unfortunately, I was having fitment issues, and I could not get the rails, one, to seat the way they're supposed to, and two, when I did get them to seat, they were canted. So we eventually, when we had time, reached out to Bill, and Bandito Bill, the man himself who runs Sure Shot, reached out and was like, hey man, send me photos, tell me what's going on. And so I did, and he was like, okay, we've seen stuff like this before. I'm just gonna have you send it to me.
Yeah.
And so I just sent him the whole gun, rails and all. And not to get into too much detail, because we're gonna do a video on this gun because I think it's rad. but basically it's a PSA thing.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure out ways to work around it and make sure that it's not a continued issue with PSA rifles.
Because there's a lot of those out there.
Yeah. Because there's a shitload of PSA rifles out there, and that's a huge market that they are trying to sell to, and they should.
Do you know who the rails are usually for? Like, what's the broadest part of the market? Because surely it's PSA.
It's probably PSA. Probably PSA, and currently, as far as like the AK guys go, probably Polish AKs, which are probably going to be much easier to fit
Yeah.
components for, because the Polish AKs are European spec, and that spec doesn't change as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's coming. Bill currently has my AK. Hopefully it'll be coming back to me this week.
Touched by the man himself.
Yeah.
God bless.
So the second it gets back, that beautiful, pristine AK is getting rattle canned.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So we'll probably be filming both of those. That'll probably be some full content for both of those.
Yeah, we'll be doing full videos of our basically our our personal ideas of what we want our range toys to be.
Yep. Just both of us autisming out, which is a lot of fun because I've been so fucking serious with my guns for years, and it's time to just do some silly shit. So
Yep.
that's cool. Speaking of video content, we're actually going to be, so obviously a while back now, like start of the year, we put out our video interview with Micah and Charlie and got super good feedback from you guys on that. It was a really cool project. And then since then, we've just been fucking surviving the year. So
Yep.
so, if you haven't already, check out the Art and War podcast YouTube channel. We'll be starting to get more active on there now that Phil and I have kind of figured out what we want to do with it, get some more content spinning up. And the first video, which we'll actually be putting out this coming week, is myself primarily with Nathan going over our cooling and hydration systems on our plate carriers built by Qore Performance. So we get into the ice plate, ice flask, if you haven't seen any of that stuff for keeping cool and hydrated in the summer, which if you do any kind of training in the summer, I've been using their stuff for years because I was out in Arizona. I came across their stuff when Mitch and Nathan first talked to the owner of the company years back. We've had the CEO on the show twice, Justin, and we basically, it's a lot different from those interviews. We're actually going over their equipment. I don't think we really talked about the equipment on the show before.
I don't think so. I think both times it's mostly been
it was like
business and like general
helping military guys find jobs after.
Well, that and, the current situation with COVID and mandates. And
the first one was,
a big one.
mandate rejected because Qore made a big statement about that at the time. So, been interested in them a long time. After we did that interview, I checked out their ice plate because at the time I was wearing a plate carrier in the desert for training when we thought the world was ending and crazy shit was happening every week.
And you were running a velocity carrier?
Fuck no. I was running a LBT 6094.
That's right, the other super heavy.
Yep, the old warhorse. So imagine that thick old boy, if you know what a 6094 plate carrier is, with steel armor at the time, because I didn't know better. Since got ceramic plates, thank God. But
I was running a velocity carrier at the time. Yeah.
So,
we since both have much better setups.
Yes. SPC and I run the Qore Performance EXO, Iceplate EXO Gen 3. So basically we get into, me and Nathan get into our plate carrier setups as well as the ice plate cooling system on that as well as ice flask and talk a little bit about hydration because, good Lord, so many people are like, I don't carry water on my kit. And it's like, brother.
Good luck.
There is like nothing more important. Like combat load of ammo and water. Like, goddamn, dude. So we get into that. We explain what we've got, what I've been using for years, and all that good stuff. Super quick note on the Qore video, guys. Just wanted to clarify, Qore Performance wasn't paying us to do a video on this stuff. I've been using it for years, and I've recently gotten Nathan into that stuff. And we talk about that in a bit more detail in the video. But effectively, we went out, we filmed this video in like January of 2025. And then we shared with Qore what we were doing. They were interested in providing us a affiliate link. And so now Art and War 10 is something you can use on QorePerformance.com. But all that will be explained in a little bit more detail in the video, along with us getting into all the equipment. So anyway, back to the show. So check that out. It'll be going live this coming Friday, which, let's put a date on it. That's going to be the 22nd. So keep eyes out for that. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like I said, Phil and I are going to be getting more active. Looking to do one video a month thereabouts while continuing with the regular show. Which, if you're a YouTube podcast guy, which weird, but no judgment. You can some judgment, a little bit of judgment. You can also listen to the show on YouTube if you prefer. The audio episodes are still audio, but then the video episodes obviously will populate as video. So
Yep.
I think we'll be putting the video stuff on Spotify too, because they're actually really cool about not censoring that stuff. So it's a nice backup.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's good to have it in a couple places.
Yeah. So if the video stuff goes on Spotify, it won't be numbered like a regular episode because it's not. So if you hear us talking about gear and equipment without the usual Art and War intro, you can view that either on your TV or on a computer or something on Spotify, and it'll be regular video content instead of just audio. So if you listen to that in the car, it's going to be a weird experience, but, you know, check that out on whichever platform you prefer. So cool stuff. Oh, and for those of you listening this long into the episode, you can get a little bit of a head start on this. If you want some cool performance equipment, if you're familiar with them and you're interested in this stuff, or you hear us talking about it and go and check them out, you can use code RANDWAR10 on QorePerformance.com for a discount. That helps out us, as well as getting you a 10% discount on Qore Performance stuff. And they don't do discounts on anything, so
No.
go and check that out. Use the code. Helps out the show, helps you stay cool, or actually we get into it in the video, but also winter coming up, you can use it for heating too. So really cool equipment. Anyway, enough shilling. That's the only bit of shilling we have in this show.
Only actual shilling.
Yeah, no, seriously. Oh, shout out to Shads on Twitter as well for making Phil and I spend money today. I just get a text saying like, "Hey, this local pawn shop is selling SureFeed mags."
OK Industry mags, which if you're keyed into OK Industry and really good, actually good steel mags, OK Industry does not exist anymore, and the SureFeeds do not get made anymore.
Isn't it like their larger business is making like medical equipment, right?
Yeah.
Like,
so they basically killed their whole tactical side, and they're just all in on everything else.
which sucks because
Sucks for us.
these
Yeah.
are super nice metal mags.
I've been using SureFeeds for like 5 years, and also, aside from being very reliable and robust mags, when they wear in, the wear and tear on them looks so good.
Yeah.
If you like patina on your equipment, their mags patina really nicely, but they're very hard to find.
Yeah,
and they don't make them anymore.
Yep, only gonna get more so. They as we were buying them, like we go up and they have these things in a barrel at the pawn shop, and so Phil and I are picking through like, where's the Gen 2?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if you're not familiar with these, you've probably seen them and might not just know the name. They're like regular like Stanag metal mags, but with dimples on them, or at least the Gen 2 are, and super good looking. And so we're digging through the barrel like, where is she? Where's the Gen 2s?
Yeah.
And so we're like, okay, fuck it. They only have Gen 1. So we bring them up to the counter, and the guy's like, oh, you guys want some black ones? I'm like, yeah, sure. And he brings...
like, yeah, I guess. And
I was
BR
like,
goes, well, we're looking for the Gen 2s. We're like, yeah, do you have any of the E2s? And he's like, oh, yeah. The black ones are E2s.
he had them in the back.
Yeah, I had them in the back.
Keep them away from the riffraff.
Basically, when Shads was Shads made a big deal out of it.
He bought a whole box of the motherfucker.
He bought a case of them, and he told BR about it, and I'm sure he told other people, and I'm sure when he had made a big deal about it, they were like, oh, we should stick the E2s for like people in the know.
Yeah, in the back
instead of just the riffraff.
Yeah, so he brings those out, brings a whole stack of them.
Once you mentioned that he had told us, he was like, oh, do you guys want the black ones?
Like,
You're like, If that's the E2s, yes.
Yep,
Yes,
yep.
we do.
Sure enough, brings those back. He's like, oh yeah, I guess there's probably been a run on them, probably because of shads.
Yeah.
And so they're like, oh well, just so you know, the price is going up. We're like, ugh.
Yeah, he brought out a ton of them, and he's trying to get us to buy more. And
He was right to.
yeah,
I almost did, and I'm like, I was planning on spending $0 today, sir.
yeah,
and
I
now,
was trying not to spend money today.
yeah. So, but right before we left, Phil's got these things already, so he's like, well, the decision's gonna be based on chuck one in the AKB, and we'll see how it looks. I chuck one in the gun, and I'm like, ooh, I only got one EMAG. So I kind of need some other stuff for this video. So I was like, fuck, okay, fine. I'll get some, because I don't own any metal mags. I've got like 2, like basic bitch shitty ones that came with a couple of lowers. And and I've beaten the fuck out of those things. So it's just P mags basically, and a couple of other like T mags and other shit like that. A couple of lances. So I was like, yeah, I should probably get some steel mags. So. That's cool. They've got like a thin blue line blue follower, which I don't like in the blue ones, but fuck it, we ball. Lord knows it will none of these guns will ever be handled by law enforcement.
And once you get a can, those followers will turn gray very fast.
Yeah. So yeah, that was cool. Shout out to Shads. Thank you for the looking out and making us spend money.
For real.
And then a couple more quick life things before we get out of here. Moving to the new place. Super thankful for everyone being patient with releases and, guests. The show's been like a little bit more personal lately just because like scheduling while we're doing all of this shit is crazy. So it's been more like us just kind of sharing what we've been up to. Which honestly I enjoy. I love doing the guest interviews too, but it's just kind of nuts to do the scheduling alongside this craziness. So, that's been cool. Place I've painted the living room pub green, which is kind of a vibe. And I mean, shit, this is a crazy setup. We got a gym in the basement, got a studio downstairs, or a studio setup, brewing. Did our first backyard pop.
Yeah.
Phil breaks out the suppressed M16. He's like,
I was like, listen, I've got a suppressed M16. It's got 77 grain open tip match, so the bullets aren't going anywhere once they hit the ground. I was like, nothing we have is subsonic, and the only can in this house is a 5.56 can. So
yep,
this is our best bet, and so yeah.
I had to do it.
I got you to do it.
Yep. I've been hesitant because I'm like, all right, I need to go and like shake hands with all my neighbors first before I start shooting in the backyard and make sure they're not gonna like try and get rural SWAT out here.
Yeah.
But we've heard some people like target shooting around here, so I'm like, fuck it. Like one pop with a suppressor, they're gonna think I'm doing some construction or some shit.
Yeah, it's gonna sound like
a nail gun.
A house to 2 houses down. There's enough land, like they're just gonna think it's a nail gun.
Yeah, just once. So. Christen the place. Oh, and Phil has got a new camera.
Yeah, if you listen to the episode with Steven, he talked me into RAADS. I have not bought a RAAD yet, so don't tell Steven. Don't tell Steven. I didn't buy a RAAD. I did a job recently, and I found some quality issues with my main squeeze, so I was like, okay.
It's been working a while.
Yeah, it's been a year of like hard work on that camera. But after talking to Steven, I was already in the mindset of new camera, and he has me convinced on a RAAD. It's gonna happen. That's a long-term thing because even the older gen DSMC2 stuff, like for a full built camera, it's expensive. But went ahead, upgraded, got a Canon R5 Cine. It's so better video quality, so it's better than the camera I use for video, and it's also a better stills camera because I still do professional stills work as well. So it's a good all-around better camera. It replaces my main stills camera and my main video camera. And then I've got my little Fuji still for shooting fun stuff, as well as, honestly, I used that on a job recently, and
Saving your ass.
It kind of saved my ass, to be honest with you. It was supposed to be a fun camera, but the video quality kicks ass. So R5C and my little Fuji XM5 moving forward are the mainstays. And then, yeah, hopefully within the next year, I'll pick up a red Cine rig. And we'll be shooting like James Cameron.
Way too good for me. Hell yeah.
Yeah, don't tell Steven.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm gonna get a DM from him, like, you fucker.
Yeah. I told you, motherfucker, get a red.
I will, I promise.
Yeah. No, the more you guys check out the YouTube, the quicker we can we can be getting Phil a red and start making you'll be able to pick out every fucking molecule that makes up me and Nathan. And
more PP.TF stuff.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, working on some outdoor stuff right now that is primarily concerning the removal of litter bugs from polite society. So that's cool stuff. We should be getting that out in the next... We'll see. Soon! Big things coming.
Big things coming.
But yeah, good vibes, guys. I hope you guys are having a good summer. It's, for us, been busy as hell, but a lot of good things happening, and honestly setting us up for a really good fall and winter. So, feeling good. Spirits are high. People, all the listeners that we were hanging out with, doing good, which is always killer to see. Yeah, good vibes, people.
Eat red meat, lift weights, listen to good music.
Shit.
That's what's got me feeling good today.
Shit, that's the dad advice.
Yep.
I love it. Yeah, look after yourself. Even the tiniest incremental things you can do to put yourself in a better position, just do it. Like,
develop a taste for freeform jazz.
Freeform jazz. Good vibes, yeah. Don't change it up. If you're like a fucking hardcore metal guy, punk rock, like all that angry shit that we, people probably think we listen to, and we do listen to like a lot. Find some chill stuff. Change it up a little bit. Maybe like mellow out into some dad rock. Good vibes.
Yeah, I was spinning Miles Davis and 38 Special, Aesop Rock. What else was I spinning today?
Triple X.
XXX Tentacion.
Czarface.
And Czarface.
That was a vibe.
Yeah, Czarface is good. So, some hip-hop, some jazz, some classic rock. We've talked about it before. I'm a huge hardcore and extreme metal guy, but and obviously BR is a punk. But yeah, expand your horizons.
Yeah,
listen
seriously.
to a lot of weird shit. If you like neo pop, check out Men I Trust. I know both of us listen to them. Fantastic band, especially if you're going through some sad times. It's good sad boy music. Yeah.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Goals 2026, Iowa. Wherever the fuck that is. No.
It's not real.
It's not real. Iowa Deniers Club.
What is it, in Grand Rapids?
Let's find that out real quick for the people.
I know that city is supposedly up there.
Goals. GOA 2026. Des Moines.
Des Moines.
I don't know where that is. I've probably been through there and I can't fucking remember it.
They say Grand Rapids. Cedar Rapids is in Iowa.
I was like, Grand Rapids?
Yeah, there's Des Moines, Cedar Rapids, and Davenport are kind of their big cities. Oh, and Sioux City.
That's right. Well, yeah. Des Moines, Iowa, 2026. We'll maybe be there. And if we're not...
Hard maybe.
Yeah, go there in our steed. Alright, guys. Thank you for listening. We will be back next week with more of our regularly scheduled content. But keep an eye out for that upcoming cooling and hydration plate carrier video, and more to come on the Art and War YouTube channel. So until next time,
Okay, bye.
bye.